Hello dear children. The next topic in continuity with the magnetic effects of current is moving coil galvanometer. So it is one of the topics which is very important for your final exam, and children are always eager to know what kind of questions might come in 5 marks. So this topic as a whole can come in parts in 5 marks, right? So moving coil galvanometer actually means a device which is used to note down the electric currents. Now it is used to note down the small electric currents rather, because its resistance is very high, so not much of the current might flow through this device, but it is a instrument which is kind of very sensitive, so it is used in labs called moving coil galvanometer, right? So starting with its principle, it is a very important topic. That's why I'll be drawing the diagram here live, and you will get to know how to draw the diagram and what are the points that are involved in this topic. So firstly, coming to what is the principle of a moving coil galvanometer. So whenever a current carrying coil is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque, right? If you have a current carrying coil and you place that coil in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque, and that is given by M cross B, where M is magnetic moment and magnetic moment is written as current into area, and area can be a vector quantity. That's why M can be written as IA vector. Similarly, if the coil has number of turns, I should multiply it with number of turns, writing it as NIA into B, that is cross B. So suppose if you have some area like this and you have to say this is a plane, suppose my hand, suppose it is a plane, rectangular plane, this might be the length, this might be the breadth. So area vector is outward drawn normal from the center. This is called the plane of the coil, and this is called the area vector of the coil. So similarly here also, this is called the plane of the coil, and here area vector is kind of normal to the coil, outward drawn normal to the coil. So this topic will be very important to us. Now discussing some of the points, we have earlier studied that NIAB, we used to write sine of angle between them. Now here alpha is the angle between magnetic field and area vector, not a plane but magnetic field and area vector. This formula can also be written in this terms, NIAB cos of theta, where theta is, I should write theta is angle between plane of the coil and magnetic field, whereas alpha is the angle between area vector and magnetic field, and theta plus alpha always are equal to 90 degrees. So this we should remember, and we are going to start with the topic. First of all, diagram and the construction will be in the single topic. So I'll be drawing the diagram and explaining the construction to you people. So drawing the diagram, I'll draw the outside of the diagram with outline of the diagram with the black pen so that it's much of visible to you. Draw the outer structure like this. After drawing it, the diagram would be much easier for you people. So this is the outer structure of the moving coil galvanometer. So this is mostly made up of some glass or something. So this is the structure. Further, we have 2 screws here, first screw and second, written as T1 and T2. So these are the screws which are very important if we have to connect this galvanometer kind of in a circuit. So one wire of the circuit is connected here, the screw is opened, wire is coiled around it, and then screw is tightened. Similarly on the other screw also. Now for the inner structure, we must draw the inner wires also, meaning the device should be interconnected in between also. So this is the copper wire. here we have a torsional head. Torsional head is a kind of screw that moves in the given direction. It is written as H. Now again drawing the wire. Now this portion of the wire is made up of, I'll tell you later. First of all, we'll draw the diagram. Then the wire goes here and curls a bit like this. You'll give a rectangular shape to this wire. How many turns you want to give, that depends on you. There is no compulsion that only these many terms should be drawn. That's it. Then at this point there is a spring drawn. Spring is connected to some base, and then again the wire goes along the periphery and interconnected to the screw number 2. Now in this, because wire, if we are folding the wire on something, so there should be a, you can say, support to the wire. So this is kind of a support to the wire. I have drawn it with the black color. And then in between this there is a cylinder which is the soft iron core. So this is the diagram. Actually, what is the case? This kind of cylinder is there, and about this cylinder a rectangular base is made, and about that rectangular base the wire is coiled like this. So here it is. Now this is the wire through which, this is the coil through which the current is going to flow. First of all, I should write what is what. So actually this wire is made up of a very elastic material which is called phosphor bronze. Phosphor bronze is kind of a very elastic material, so it is used here so that the wire may not be broken because of the extensive use or because of being applied by many of the forces. So this blue colored cylinder is the soft iron core. We'll discuss its use later. This wire is made up of copper. Name of the coil can be written as PQRS1. Then if the coil has to be placed in the magnetic poles, then these are the two magnetic pole pieces. One is north and other here is south. So wire is placed in between two concave pole pieces. What we are going to name them? They are concave shaped pole pieces. Now again T1 and T2 are two screws. Now this black colored thing, this is a frame made up of brass. This is called as a frame. Why is it made up of brass? I'll tell you. Now this is a spring. I can write it to be S dash. Spring is again made up of that same substance called phosphor bronze, which is a very elastic material. Right? Now discussing first of all the purpose of S dash. S dash is made up of phosphor bronze. There are three purposes of S dash. Number one, it provides the passage of flow of current, passage to flow of current. Number two, it keeps the coil in position. It keeps the coil in position. And number three will be, it provides the necessary torque, provides the restoring torque, because mainly the purpose of spring is to provide torque or force, whatever it is, right? What is the purpose of soft iron core? Soft iron core makes the field radial. On the next page we'll discuss what is the radial field. So its purpose is to make the field radial. What is the purpose of making the concave pole pieces? Again, this is for making the magnetic field a radial field. Right? Now this is a wire that carries current. We'll further be going to the working of moving coil galvanometer. I hope the diagram is very clear. Diagram is drawn with the construction, so you should write the construction points along with the diagram in your exam also. That can be a preferred method. So what will be the mathematical notation? Firstly, we shall say if a current carrying wire is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience a torque, and the torque is given by NIA sine theta, as I have explained earlier. So if the field is radial, then theta will be equal to, right, we have written it to be alpha, so write it alpha will be equal to 90 degree. So torque will be NIA, and it is kind of the maximum torque. I have forgot to write B, so this is tau is equal to NIAB. So this torque twists the coil. There is a spring below the coil. Property of the spring is it produces restoring torque to counterpart the above torque that is acting on it. It's the property of every elastic. आपको पता है हुक्स लॉ, वी हैव स्टडीड इन 11th क्लास, दैट अगर आप किसी स्प्रिंग को कुछ डिस्प्लेस करते हैं तो स्प्रिंग आपको वापस खींचता हुआ फील होता है, कि आपके हाथ को स्प्रिंग वापस खींच रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स. सो अगर किसी स्प्रिंग को ट्विस्ट करेंगे तो वो ट्विस्ट को खोलने की कोशिश करता है बाय सम टॉर्क, दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिस्टोरिंग टॉर्क. एंड रिस्टोरिंग टॉर्क कैन बी रिटन एज minus of k theta, because torque is proportional to displacement, so it is written as minus of k theta. Minus sign just for restoring torque. So if we remove this minus sign, NIAB is equal to k theta. So finding out value of I is equal to k over NIA into theta. What is this k? Sorry, NBA into theta. What is this k? This is also a constant quantity. So if k upon NBA turns out to be a constant for this particular circuit diagram, then I is directly proportional to theta, meaning the scale will be linear. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? इसका मीनिंग हुआ कि अगर आपका करंट 1 एम्पियर फ्लो करता है तो शायद 1 डिवीजन टर्न हो जाएगा. करंट 2 एम्पियर फ्लो करता है तो आपको कैसे पता लगा कि गैल्वेनोमीटर 2 एम्पियर शो कर रहा है? क्योंकि शायद वो पिछली बार से डबल ट्विस्ट कर जाएगा, और अगर करंट 3 टाइम्स हो गया तो शायद वो पिछली बार से 3 टाइम्स ज्यादा अपनी नीडल को टर्न करवा लेगा. सो थीटा मीनिंग द डिफ्लेक्शन, थीटा जनरली मीनिंग द डिफ्लेक्शन. So current is directly proportional to deflection. More the current, more will be the deflection. So we can make the scale linear. So what is the scale of a galvanometer exactly looks like? This is a point where the pin is pivoted. This is the scale. This is 0.0. Scale is taken on both sides because twist will be in one direction if the current is flowing in one direction, and twist can be in opposite direction if current starts flowing in opposite direction. So this is the scale. There might be many values given to the scale. Mostly it is in microamperes because very small amount of current is noted, and if it is in opposite direction then the scale will be seen like this. So needle will turn and we can note down the value of current from this galvanometer scale. So this was all about, and this k upon NBA is written as capital G. It is called as galvanometer constant. Capital G will not be used anywhere else. It's just for a symbolic purpose. But while doing in numerical, children, capital G will symbolize the resistance of galvanometer. Resistance of galvanometer. So for the time being, you people can write G to be G dash, so that you might differentiate between these two notations. So coming to the next one, we used to talk about radial field in the previous page also. So what exactly is a radial field? Radial field meaning the coil always should be in the direction of magnetic field, such that let this be the coil, let this be the plane of the coil, then magnetic field should always be parallel to the coil. Wherever the coil moves, magnetic field should keep on to be parallel to the coil. Parallel to the coil. That means value of theta always should be equal to 0. Field radial meaning theta should be 0 or alpha should be 90 degree. I explained to you in the previous page what is theta, what is alpha, what is the definition of these notations. So theta 0 हो या alpha 90 हो, उस field को आप radial कहोगे. So उस फील्ड को रेडियल अगर देखना है तो हम इस तरह से ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द टॉप व्यू ऑफ द अबव डायग्राम. pole pieces are concave, so they must be drawn like this. So this is सेंटर में कौन पड़ा था, एक सिलेंडर पड़ा था, तो सिलेंडर का जो टॉप व्यू है हमें कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा, टॉप व्यू से ऐसा दिखेगा. अब फील लाइन नॉर्थ से साउथ चली, नॉर्थ पोल से साउथ पोल चली, फील लाइन सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर में से निकल जाएगी. रीजन क्या रहेगा उसका, बिकॉज सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर इज अ फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस और फेरोमैग्नेट्स की तरफ तो अट्रैक्ट होती हैं फील लाइंस. सिमिलरली हियर ऑल्सो फील लाइन वॉज गोइंग हियर एंड वो पास हो गई कहाँ से, पास थ्रू द सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर लाइक दिस. मतलब जितनी भी फील लाइंस हैं दे आर पासिंग थ्रू द सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर. So let this be the another field line like this, meaning you will get the field lines which are passing through. I have done one mistake. I have kind of intersected them. There is no intersection possible, so don't make an intersection between these wires. Now coil was initially placed like this. If you are viewing from the top, only one line of the coil will be visible to us. So this is the coil. So if the coil rotates, everywhere it gets a magnetic field which is in its direction, meaning its plane is always parallel to the magnetic field. So if somebody asks you what is radial field, you will say making the field radial, meaning the coil always gets the magnetic field parallel to its plane. How do we make the field radial? Number one, we use soft iron core because soft iron core is a ferromagnetic substance, and field lines will prefer to pass through that substance. Number two, second point will be the concave pole pieces. Concave pole pieces also help us to achieve the radial field. And why the field is made radial? Again, I have told you, we want the torque to be maximum, torque on the coil to be maximum. So if torque on the coil is to be maximum, that means we want theta to be 0 degree or we want alpha to be 90 degree, because if any of this case occurs, then the torque will be maximum. Means we want the plane of the coil should always be parallel to the magnetic field. So this is the point that we should remember about the radial field. It is also a very important point. In a question of 5 marks, only 2 marks are allotted to asking what is the radial field, how it is achieved, why the field is made radial, draw a diagram to show the field is radial, and something like that. So it is a very important topic, so you must learn it in differentiation with the above one. So coming to some important terms which are involved. Either the topic is complete, but we have to further learn some of the important terms. First is called current sensitivity. I'll write the formula first of all. I was equal to G dash into theta. I was equal to, value of G dash was K upon NBA into theta. I was the current flowing through the coil. K is any constant. Theta is the deflection and number of turns in the coil, magnetic field, and this is the area of the coil. So current sensitivity generally is written as IS. This means the deflection produced per unit current flowing through it. And similarly, voltage sensitivity would mean voltage sensitivity is the deflection produced per unit voltage flowing across the galvanometer. So using the above equation, let this equation be equal to 1. If you will use the above equation, you will see theta written as it is, value of I, K over NBA into theta is written in denominator now. Theta cancels with theta. I get the value to be NBA over K. So what are the units of current sensitivity? Units will be equal to theta. Theta might be written as radian, or I am not writing it radian, I might write it deflection per unit ampere, or you can say it is the radian per ampere. These are the units. Now coming to voltage sensitivity, theta, we know voltage is equal to IR. Theta upon I is IS by R, value of IS NBA by K upon 1 by R. So voltage sensitivity has the units to be radian per volt or deflection per volt. So these are the just simple definitions that we need to study. Further, it is the full scale deflection current, mostly written as IG. Full scale deflection current meaning, suppose this is a galvanometer, this is center, number of divisions which are drawn here, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Say number of divisions are which are seen, which are the cuttings kind of, number of divisions are n, number of divisions. And suppose one division shows the current to be, one deflection shows the current by one deflection, 1 unit deflection is 2 ampere, say 2 microampere we can say. So what will be the current shown by the total? Number of divisions I suppose to be 15. The total current shown by one deflection 2 ampere, 2, 4, 6, 8. What will you do? 2 into 15 directly, and it will be equal to 30 microampere. So what will be the full scale deflection? That means the maximum amount of current that can be noted down with the help of galvanometer. And figure of merit is nothing, it is this capital K से हम इसको represent करते हैं. Capital K meaning the current noted down by 1 unit deflection. I can also call it to be the least count of the galvanometer, because what is the purpose of galvanometer? To note down the current. So minimum amount of current it is noting down is called as figure of merit, and minimum reading that a device might take is written as, is called as the least count. So actually it is the least count called as figure of merit. So Ig must be equal to n, number of turns, into K. Figure of merit multiplied by the number of divisions will be equal to the total current noted down by this device. So units of this figure of merit will be current noted down by one division will be equal to ampere per division. Ampere per division. You can also write it to be division per ampere also. Division per ampere. So it is visibly seen that it is the reciprocal of current sensitivity. So figure of merit is ampere per division, and current sensitivity is division per ampere. So you can now carry on with these topics. One more thing which is left, I just talked about the sensitiveness of a galvanometer. We want the galvanometer to be very sensitive because we always want the device that we are using to be very sensitive, frankly, because what is the purpose if they are not sensitive? We are not noting down the small values of the things that we are kind of discussing, or we are doing the experiments. So what are the conditions for a sensitive galvanometer? Previous formula was I was equal to K over NAB into theta. Just reciprocating it, theta is equal to NBA over K into I. What do we want? We want the device to be very sensitive. We want for a very small value of I, theta should be large. If theta is large, it is very much evident to our eyes, and it is very much visible to us that we might see it with naked eyes. We want theta to be large. So if I is fixed, I want theta to be large, then NAB over K should be large. Meaning for this quantity to be large, number one, N should be more, number of turns should be more, made more, area of the coil should be made more. Number 3, and magnetic field should be used to be a very large magnetic field. And number 4, K should be small. K is this is small k rather. Small k you will write because capital K we have fixed for capital K we have fixed for figure of merit. So small k is called the elasticity coefficient, which we used to call it the force per unit length. So it is elastic constant. We want its value to be small. So this galvanometer that we studied is बेस्ट पॉसिबल कोशिश की गई है कि इस गैल्वेनोमीटर को बहुत ज़्यादा सेंसिटिव बनाया जाए. नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स कैन नॉट बी इंक्रीज्ड टू अ फर्दर लिमिट, उससे डिवाइस बल्की हो जाएगी. एरिया बड़ा नहीं बनाया जा सकता, डिवाइस बल्की और हैवी हो जाएगी. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को एक हद से ऊपर नहीं बढ़ा सकते, अदरवाइज डिवाइस और चीज़ों को भी अट्रैक्ट करना शुरू कर देगी. और के को कम करने के लिए आपने क्या यूज़ किया है? फॉस्फर ब्रॉन्ज. सो व्हाट आर द पॉइंट्स दैट वी हैव केप्ट इन माइंड? नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स हमने ऑलरेडी ज़्यादा रखी हैं, एरिया भी आपने अच्छा लेने की कोशिश की है, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड आपने बढ़ाया है विद पोल पीसेस. पोल पीसेस की शेप कैसी ली है हमने? कॉन्केव पोल पीसेस आर विजिबली मोर काइंड ऑफ जो फोकस्ड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड रखते हैं एज कम्पेयर टू द प्लेन पोल पीसेस. सो दिस वॉज ऑल अबाउट द galvanometer. Learn this topic and it is very important one. Thank you.